Some people say selling only one product is a terrible idea. You were not able to sell the cross-sell product, got poor brand equity and limited growth potential, and the most challenging part is finding a single product which will be successful. Well, it's not true. You can sell multiple products in your niche to be in line with your store and potentially add the other products as upsell options. To find a winning product, you need to test a minimum of 15 to 20 of the products. Once you find a potential product, you can build a one-product store.
And today, I want to show you exactly how to build a one-product store in Shopify that looks professional and high-converting. The first thing is your product itself. Your store lives or dies by your product. The second thing is to optimize landing pages or home pages designed to do one thing: convert a visitor into a customer. And in this video, I will take an example for the supplement product to show you how to create an effective sales funnel for this product. First, for the homepage, we've got the Hero section. This is the most valuable real estate on your site, and you have 3 seconds to answer. What is this? What's in it for me? Why should I trust you? To immediately build credibility after they see the price. This section stops them from thinking, is this a scam? So this is a place where we want to show high-quality products. The problem and solution. To create an emotional connection, you must first agitate the problem they are feeling, and then present your product as the clear solution. For a supplement, customers must know what they are ingesting. This is your chance to show off your high quality. This is the most important part of your funnel. People trust other people more than they trust your marketing. And we also have a video testimonial. This is the final push. The customer has scrolled all the way, read all the proof, and is highly interested. And now this is your chance to ask for the sale.
Then we will take a look at the demo on the mobile view to see what it's look like. Next, for the product page, we've got the product detail to show a clear price and benefits of the product again. Subscription plan for those who want to use this product for a long terms. We got an icon to show a trust signal to make them feel 100% safe giving you their money. We've also provided detailed product information like how to use it and who it's for. Next, we will show again what's inside the product. What are the main ingredients of the product? The benefits of this product, explain it again in a new way. To help the customer visualize their success and set realistic expectations, we use the timeline section to make it clear. Finally, to answer the last-minute doubts and questions that are stopping them from clicking buy, we use the FAQs section. And of course, the most important section must be a reviews section. We use the Judge.me app to showcase the product reviews. Finally, we will review it again in mobile view.
Now you have to install Smind first. Go to Shopify app listing website and search the name of our app. It will be showing the Smind sections in the Shopify App Store. You will see the good rating for this app, and it's popular with stores like mine in the United States. The highlights about using it directly in the Shopify admin and it working with the Dawn theme are also great for you. The description does mention a lot about no code, which is exactly what I need since I'm not very technical. And I also like that it says you can launch your store with pre-built sections and templates. That sounds like a real time saver. And now I'm clicking open to install this app. So now you are in the Smind app. I will go to the library to see what it looks like. It seems to have a lot of different sections and blocks.
it looks like I can install it into my store directly. That seems pretty easy. So there are also some pre-made templates. I see a list of different template types like all pages types, landing page, and home page. It looks like there are a lot of pre-designed templates to choose from. I see a variety of different product blocks displayed right there, and maybe I could start with one of those and customize it later. It looks like there's a lot of different functionality here that could help me build a professional-look Shopify store. Based on what you've seen in the library, this app could help you build a pretty complete Shopify store. There are a lot of different sections and blocks to handle various aspects of the store's layout and functionality. It seems like the templates could also provide a good starting point. Next, I must install the theme to start with. I think it's a good idea to start with a free theme like Dawn. It allows you to build and customize your store without paying anything upfront. If the theme, sections, and blocks provide the functionality and design options I need, then using Dawn could save me money as a new store owner. So click the Customize to start with now.
First, when you're on your Shopify homepage editor, you might want to hide any default sections you don't need. Just hide those so they don't display on the homepage. Now, look at the left-hand panel. Under the Header group, click on Add Section. A new menu will pop up. In the search bar at the top, just type Header. From the results, find and click on Header 1-6 to add it to your page. Great. The settings for your new header will now show up in the right-hand panel. Let's adjust a few settings. To make the section full width, uncheck the box for Container Full Width. To turn off the bottom divider, uncheck the Show Bottom Divider box. To add your logo, find the Logo setting and click Select under Default Logo. Now, let's adjust the size. Set the desktop logo width and mobile logo width to your desired size. Let's set it to 70 pixels for this example. Next, find the General settings and click the Menu box to select the main navigation menu you've already created. Now you can choose the header style, Classic or Transparent. Classic style means the navigation has its own background color. In contrast, transparent style means the navigation is see-through. You can also adjust the layout. Under Desktop Layout, you can choose where the logo and menu sit. You can also adjust the sticky header option based on the scroll position. And under Mobile Layout, you can change the logo position from left to center. Next, let's adjust the top and bottom padding for the section to 26 pixels. To change the header colors, go back to the left panel and click on the color block that's part of your Header 1-6 section. In the right panel, you can now change the background and text colors. We'll adjust the background color first and then set the text color to black. Finally, if you see any block options for a mega menu and don't need them, just remove them all. In the far left-hand panel, find the Template group and click on Add Section. In the search bar, type Image. From the results, find and click on Image with Text 1-1. The settings will open on the right.
So let's say you have your own products photo, but you aren't sure how to start or find ideas for an ad. First, let's find an advertisement or image you like for inspiration. For example, you could browse Pinterest. When you come across an ad you like, just save a screenshot or a copy of it to your computer. Next, navigate to the Gemini interface. Click the Add Image icon and upload your inspiration image.
In the prompt box, you'll type a request for Gemini to analyze the image's style. For example, deconstruct the scene for this product ad. Provide a detailed and professional background prompt where I can use it to image generator. Now press the Submit or Send button and wait for Gemini to provide its detailed analysis of the image's lighting, composition, and background. After you've received that analysis, start a new prompt. In the prompt box, tell Gemini to use your product with the style it just analyzed. For example, type Add a product into the scene. Click the Add Image icon again, but this time, upload your own product's image, the one you want to feature in the new ad. Press Submit. Gemini will now generate a new image featuring your product in the professional style from that inspiration image. If you want to make changes, you can simply type a follow-up command. For instance, change the color of the background into the orange color. Once you are happy with the final result, just click the download icon, that's the arrow pointing down, on the image to save it to your computer. Now go back to your Shopify store. Under Image, click Select to choose your image from the library, and click Done. Now, under Media Settings, let's adjust how it looks. For Media Ratio, change this to Adapt so the image uses its original shape. For Desktop Media Position, you can move the image from left to right. And with Desktop Media Width, you can make the image smaller or larger. Under Content Settings, let's adjust the text. Change content alignment from left to center. For Content Max Width, you can increase this to allow the text to be wider. For example, I'll set it to 700 pixels. Next, let's adjust the section padding. I want to adjust the bottom padding to 100 pixels. To edit the actual text, go back to the left panel and click on the heading block inside your Image with Text section. In the right panel, you can type your new heading and description. You can also change the heading to a bigger size if you want. To edit the buttons, go back to the left panel and click the Buttons block. In the right panel, type your first button label and add a link in the First Button Link field. You can even change the button style to solid or solid and arrow. If you want to remove the second button, just delete the text from the second button label. To change the button colors, go back to the left panel, click the Color block, and in the right panel, you can change the colors for background and solid button background. This is an important part that changes the settings for your entire store, not just the one section we were working on. Now, in the far left-hand panel, find the Global section and click on Smart Styles. A new menu will open. Click on Typography to control all your store's fonts. Make sure to check the box for Override Fonts of the theme to ensure the font style applies to your entire store. To change your headings font, find Headings in the right panel and click the current font name. Use the search bar to find your new font. For this example, I'll choose Enter. Click the font, select the weight to bold, and click Select. To change your body text font, find Body, click the current font name, search for your new font, select it, choose the weight, let's say medium, and click Select. Now, let's style the button font. Scroll down to Button. You can uncheck uppercase if you don't want your buttons in all caps. You can also increase the font size and change the font weight to bold. While you're here, you can also increase the font size for subheading text or even for your menu items. Okay, go back to the main Smart Styles menu and click on Buttons. Here, you can change the look of all buttons. For example, you can increase the button padding to make them wider. Let's try 120%. You can also increase the corner radius to make the corners less round. I'll set it to 30 pixels. Go back to the Smart Styles menu one last time and click on Media. This adjusts all your images. For example, increase the corner radius to give all your images rounded corners. I'll set that to 20 pixels. And now for the most important step. When you are finished with all your changes, click the Save button in the top right corner of the screen.
Next, we will add an animated auto-scrolling bar to your store's homepage. First, in your theme editor, look at the left-hand panel. Find the Template group and click on Add Section. In the search bar at the top, type Scroll and click on Scrolling Text 1 to 7. Now, let's tweak the settings. If you want the scrolling bar to fit inside your page's standard width, go ahead and uncheck the Container Full Width box. Next, you can adjust the animation. Set the scrolling speed to whatever you like, for example, 5. Then, set the link between, which is just the spacing between items, to a value like 3. You can also adjust the gap between the content of each image and its text. Let's set that to 30 pixels. We also need to set the top padding and bottom padding for the whole section. For this example, I'll change both to 30 pixels just to give it some space. All right, now let's add your content. Click Add Block and choose Image. In the right-hand panel, click Select to choose your icon or image from the media library. After you've selected it, adjust the image media width to a smaller size so it looks more like an icon. Great. Now go back to the left panel, click Add Block again, and this time choose Text. In the right panel, just type your matching text into the heading field. You'll have to repeat these steps, adding an image block, then a text block, to add all your other icon and text pairs. To change the colors, find and click the Color block, which is under the Scrolling Text 1 to 7 section on the left. In the right-hand panel, you can click the color swatches to change the background and text colors for the bar. When you're happy with how everything looks, just click the Save button in the top right corner to make your changes live.
The next sections I'm going to add is to highlight customer problems or pain points using a layout that mixes text, an image, and custom icons. Find the template area in the left-hand panel and click on Add Section. In the list, find and click on Rich Content 1 to 1 to add it to your page. The settings for this new section will open up on the right. First, let's add an image. Under Image, click Select to upload or choose an image that fits your content, like one showing a person feeling unwell. Now, let's adjust the media settings to position the image. You can change the desktop media width to be smaller or bigger. For this example, let's set the desktop media position to right and change the media ratio to square. Scroll down to section padding and set the bottom padding to 100 pixels. This just gives the section enough space. Okay, let's edit the text. Go back to the left-hand panel and click on the heading block inside your new Rich Content 1 to 1 section. In the right panel, change the heading text to a question that really grabs the customer's attention. In the description box right below it, write a short paragraph that describes the customer's problem or pain point. Next, we'll customize the icon blocks to list specific problems. In the left panel, click on the first icon with text block. In the right panel, click Upload Icon to choose an icon that represents that specific pain point. Let's adjust the icon size. For example, I'll change it to 50 pixels. Now, click the icon background color swatch and select the transparent option. You can do this by just removing all the color hex codes. Change the heading text to describe the specific pain point. And since we only want the heading to show, just delete any text that's in the content box. After that, you just need to repeat those steps for the other icon with text blocks, giving each one its own unique icon and heading for each pain point. Once your pain points are all listed, go back to the left panel and click Add Block at the bottom of the Rich Content section. Select Buttons from the list to add a button. Click on the new Buttons block you just added. In the right panel, enter your call to action text in the First Button label. Then click the First Button link box to link the button to a relevant product. You can also change the first button style to solid and arrow to make it stand out a bit more. To change the button's color, go to the left panel and click the color block for the Rich Content section. In the right panel, find Solid Button Background and change it to your desired brand color.
Next, I will show you how to add an interactive tabbed section to your page. This is a great way to let customers click through different product benefits, where each benefit has its own icon, description, and image. All right, let's start in your theme editor. Find the template section on the left and click Add Section. From the results, select Information Tabs 2-1 to add it to your page. The section will appear and its settings will open up on the right. First, let's edit the main text for the section. Enter a subheading, for example, Live a Long and Healthy Life, and then a main heading like Stay Energized, Focused, and Stress-Free Every Day. Next, under Media Settings, you can set the desktop media width to be smaller or bigger if you want. Let's set the desktop media position to left. We'll keep the media ratio as square, but you can change that if needed. You'll also see autoplay settings. This is for the image to switch automatically. You can set the duration of the autoplay timer to be a slow or a quick pace. Now, scroll down to section padding and let's adjust the bottom padding to 100 pixels. This just creates some nice space around the section. Okay, let's customize the individual tabs. Go back to the left panel. Inside the Information Tabs 2-1 section, you'll see blocks labeled Image tab. Go ahead and click the first one. In the right panel, let's set this tab up. Click Image to choose the main image that will show when this tab is active. Click the Upload icon to choose the small icon for this tab's title. Let's set the icon size to 50 pixels. Click the icon background color swatch and choose the transparent option. Now enter the title for this tab into the heading field. For example, Improves Focus and Memory. And finally, write a short description of this benefit in the content box. After you've done that, you just have to repeat those steps for all the other image tab blocks. Each one will get its own unique image, icon, heading, and description for each product benefit.
As you work, remember you can click the desktop or mobile icon at the top right of the preview window. This lets you see how your tabs look on different screen sizes. Once you're happy with the setup, click the Save button in the top right corner, and you're all done.
If you want to build trust with your customer to your product, you should showcase how the effectiveness of specific ingredients inside your product that is good for the health. It's really important for transparency, avoiding harm substances that leads to trusting relationship with your customer. All right, let's begin. In your theme editor, find the Template section on the left panel and click Add Section. From the list, select Image with Text 6-1 to add it to your page. The new section will pop up and its settings will open on the right. First, let's change the main heading text for the section. You can also update the description text right below the heading if you want. Next, you can adjust the heading size to make it bigger. Then you'll need to set the content alignment to be in the center. Now under Media Settings, change the media ratio to Adapt or Landscape. This will keep your ingredient images in their different original shapes. Under Layout Settings, adjust the number of columns on desktop to match how many ingredients you want to show in each row. For example, you can set it to 3. You can also adjust the number of columns on mobile. For this, I want to set it so it only appears as one column when on a mobile view. You can check this by clicking the mobile icon at the top right to make sure the layout looks good. When you're done checking, just switch back to the desktop view. Now let's customize the content for each ingredient. Go back to the left panel, and inside the Image with Text 6-1 section, you'll see blocks with placeholder labels like Image with Text New York City. Click the first one. In the right panel, under Image, click the Select button to choose the image for your first ingredient. Change the heading field to the name of that ingredient. Then enter the description or benefits of this ingredient into the Content box. Since we don't need buttons for this, just remove any text from the Button Label field. After that, you can just repeat these steps for the next default blocks, replacing the placeholder content with your second and third ingredients. If you need to add more ingredients, it's easy. In the left panel, find the last ingredient block you just added. Click the 3 dots right next to its name and select Duplicate. Click on that newly duplicated block, then just repeat the steps to update it with the next ingredient's image, heading, and content. You can keep duplicating the last block and editing it until you've added all your ingredients. Finally, let's look at the colors. Go back to the left panel and click the Color block that's under the main Image with Text 6-1. In the right panel, you can adjust the overall background color for the whole section and also the background color for the individual ingredient cards. Once everything looks correct, click the Save button in the top right corner and you're all set.
The next sections is a must-have sections that every store needs to use, which is a review sections. Lets you display customer reviews with text, images, author names, and verification status. All right, let's get started. In your theme editor, find the template section on the left panel and click Add Section. From the results, find and select Review 3.1 to add it to your page. The new review section will appear and its settings will open on the right. First, let's customize the main heading for the section. Enter your desired text into the heading field. You can leave the subheading blank if you don't need it. You can also change the heading size to be smaller or bigger if you want, and set the content alignment to center or left. Now, under the layout settings, adjust the maximum items to show. This determines how many reviews are visible at once before you need to swipe. For example, you could set it to 4. You can also adjust the number of columns on desktop, for instance, setting it to 3.
Next, decide on the button style for the Show More button. You can choose solid or text style. It's also a good idea to enable pagination on mobile, which shows dots for swiping on smaller screens. For this example, I'm going to change the items to show to 6 and set 3 columns of items on the desktop to make it look balanced. To adjust the colors and padding, scroll down. You can change the verified padding color, that's for the little verified badge, to match your brand. Next, adjust the bottom padding to 100 pixels to give the section some space. Now let's edit the individual reviews. Go back to the left panel. Inside the Review 3.1 section, click the first review block. In the right panel, you'll fill in the customer's details. For author, enter the customer's name, like Sarah M. For author info, you can enter the date of the review, like October 26, 2025. You can select the customer's location icon under Nation, but this is optional. Check the Verified Buyer box if the purchase is verified. In the review field, enter the title or main point of the review, for example, feeling sharper and more energized. You can adjust the heading size if needed, maybe to M for medium. In the content box, paste or type the full customer review text. Finally, under Image, click Select to upload or choose an image for the review, like a customer photo. Click Add Files to upload new images if you need to, then select the image and click Done. After that, you just need to repeat these steps for all the other image review blocks, filling in the details for each testimonial you want to display. To change the background color of the review cards themselves, go back to the left panel and click the color block under the main Review 3.1 section. In the right panel, under Content Color Scheme, change the background color to your desired shade. Before you finish, check how the section looks on mobile view by clicking the icon at the top right. You'll be able to see the pagination dots if you enable them. Then you can switch back to desktop view. Once you're satisfied, click the Save button in the top right corner, and you're all done.
Next, we have to add the section to display multiple customer review videos after your customer has read the reviews, so find the Template section on the left panel and click Add Section. From the list, select Video 7-1 to add it to your page. Let's customize the heading. If you don't need one, just remove any text from the subheading field. Then enter your main title into the heading field, for example, It Changed Their Lives. Now set the heading alignment to center. Under the slider settings, adjust the video ratio dropdown and select Original Video. This will maintain the aspect ratio of your videos. You can also set the Auto Rotate Slides Every timer to your desired interval, like 8 seconds. And let's adjust the number of columns on desktop to control how many videos appear side by side. We can keep it at 3, for example. Next, scroll down to Section Padding and set the top padding to 0 pixels or whatever value you'd like. Now, let's add the videos. Go back to the left panel. Inside the Video 7-1 section, you'll see blocks labeled Video. You can remove the default videos if you don't want them. Click the first one to edit it. In the right panel, under Upload Video, click Select to upload or choose a video. Select your video and click Done. After that, you just need to repeat these steps for the other video blocks you want to add. To change the background color for the section, go back to the left panel and click the color block under the main Video 7-1 section. In the right panel, click the background color swatch and choose your desired color. Let's set it to a white color.
Before you finish, check how the section looks on different devices by clicking the mobile and desktop icons at the top right of the preview window. Once you are satisfied with the appearance, click the Save button in the top right corner, and you're all set. All right, the final task is to complete the last section, which is designed to persuade customers to make a purchase. In your theme editor, click Add Section and select Rich Text 1.1 to add it to your page. First, let's adjust the layout. Under Content Settings, set the content position to left and set the content alignment to left as well. You can also adjust the content max width to control how wide the text area is. For example, set it to 700 pixels. Now let's edit the text. Go back to the left panel and click the Heading block inside your Rich Text 1.1 section. In the right panel, add your text in the Subheading field. Then enter your main call to action message into the Heading field. Finally, update the description text to provide a final encouraging message or summary. Next, let's customize the button. Go back to the left panel and click the Buttons block. In the right panel, enter the text for the button in the First Button Label field. Change the first button style to your preferred style. For instance, solid and arrow. Then click the First Button Link field and select the product or page you want the button to lead to. To change the button's color, go back to the left panel and click the Color block. In the right panel, click the color swatch next to Solid Button Background and choose your desired color. Now let's add a background image. Go back to the left panel and click Add Block. Select Background. Click on the new background block you just added. Click Image to choose your background image for the desktop view, and then click Done. After that, click Mobile Image to choose a background image that's specifically formatted for mobile view, and then click Done again. As always, make sure to check how the section looks on different screen sizes by using the mobile and desktop icons at the top right of the preview window. When you are happy with your final call to action, just click the Save button in the top right corner. Finally, you have to add your store's footer. This is the one section you really can't miss. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the left-hand panel. You'll see the footer group. Click Add Section there and select Footer 1-1. First, let's select the heading size for the main title of the footer items. We'll set it to a medium size. Now, under Settings, choose a social media style. You'll see a few options, like Style 1, Style 2, or Style 3. Let's select Style 3 for this example. You'll also see options like Enable Follow on Shop, Enable Language Selector, and Enable Country or Region Selector. You can check or uncheck these based on your store's needs. We'll just leave them as they are for now. Make sure Show Payment Icons is checked if you want to display the payment methods you accept. Next, if you don't want the default policy links to appear automatically, just uncheck Show Policy Links. You can always add these manually later using a menu if you need to. Now, update the copyright text field with your store name and the current year. Or if you don't want it at all, you can just remove it. Scroll down to section padding and let's adjust the bottom padding. We can set it to 20 pixels. Okay, let's configure the content blocks. Go back to the left panel. Inside the footer section, click the first menu block. In the right panel, change the heading to title this menu column. Then, click the menu field and select the navigation menu you want to display here. Go back to the left panel and click the next menu block. Do the same thing, change its heading, and select the appropriate menu for this column. Back to the left panel again, find and click the Email Sign-up block. Review the heading and content text for your newsletter sign-up and adjust it as needed. You can also choose a form style like Classic or Horizontal. We'll just keep Classic for now. To change the footer's background color, go back to the left panel and click the color block that's within the footer section. In the right panel, click the background color swatch and choose your desired footer background color. Before you finish, make sure to check the appearance on different screen sizes. Use the mobile and desktop icons at the top right of the preview window. Once you're satisfied with how your footer looks, just click the Save button in the top right corner.
Now I'm finished to customize the home page. The next page is to customize the product page to make it the most effective place for customer to buy. The next steps should focus on optimizing the displaying product information clearly, adding interactive features, and ensuring a convenient shopping experience. First, let's get to the right place. From your theme editor, you're probably starting on the home page. Click the drop-down menu at the top center of the screen that says Home Page. From there, select Products and then choose Default Product. You're now looking at the default product page. It's simple, but it might not have all the features you need to make this page convert. So we're going to remove the default sections on this page. On the left-hand panel, under the Product Information group, click Add Section. Select Product Detail 1.1 to add this new section to your product page. And here you can see the product photo on the left side. When you buy the supplement product on your store, you should pay a lot of attention of making product photo on your product page. Because the customer can't see, touch, or test the product's effectiveness before buying, so the product photos have to do much more than just show the bottle, and the image gallery that you are looking, which is a perfect example. The first image is the hero shot of product. Its job is to be crystal clear, professional, and establish the brand and product. On a clean white background, it shows the brand, the product name, the key claim, and the primary ingredients. This product shot actually builds instant professionalism for the first sight. The second image is the supplement facts and trust badges. This is the trust and transparency slide. It shows the supplement facts panel, which is a legal requirement, and shows customers exactly what is in each serving. The third image is the key ingredients graphic. This image visualizes the ingredients that connects that capsule to real, natural sources, making the product feel more natural and potent. The fourth image is the benefits graphic. People don't buy mushroom extract, they buy focus, energy, and less stress. This image shifts the entire sales pitch from features, ingredients, to benefits, the desired outcome. The fifth image is the directions, which it answers the simple, practical question, how do I use it?
By providing clear instructions, it sets the customer up for success and makes the product feel easy and straightforward to incorporate into their daily routine. Now, click on the Product Detail 1.1 section you just added in the left panel to open its settings on the right. Let's start by configuring the image gallery. Under Media, you can adjust Desktop Media Width. We'll keep this on Media. Desktop Media Position, we'll keep this on Left. Desktop Layout, you have options here like 2 columns or bottom thumbnails. Let's select Bottom Thumbnails, which shows a main image with small thumbnails underneath. Image Zoom, you can choose Open Lightbox or Click and Hover. Click and Hover lets the user zoom in by clicking and hovering, so let's select that one. Now let's check the mobile settings. Click the mobile icon at the top right of the preview window. Back in the right panel, under Mobile Settings, find Mobile Layout. You could hide the thumbnails, but let's select Show Thumbnails so they appear below the main image on mobile too. You can also select the pagination style, like dots or a line. Okay, click the desktop icon at the top right to switch the preview back. Next, let's manage the content blocks that appear on the right side. Go back to the left panel and look inside the Product Detail 1.1 section. You'll see all the blocks like title, price, description, variant picker, and buy buttons. You can reorder these just by clicking and dragging the 6-dot icon next to their names. Let's go through them one by one. If you see a breadcrumb block and don't need it, you can remove it. First is the title block. This block is pretty straightforward. It's where you can change the heading size of your product title to be smaller or bigger. Next is the price block, which simply shows the price of the product. Now click on the description block. This one has some good options. You can use the collapse settings to hide the description by default, so the user has to click to reveal it. If you use this, you can even choose a new icon or update the heading for the collapsible content. For this guide, I'm going to turn that setting off so the full description shows right away. Let's look at the product organization block. This block is used to show information like the product type, vendor, and collections. You can check or uncheck boxes to show or hide them, and you can also choose the tag style. We're going to hide all of them for this demo, or you could just remove the block entirely. Next is the collapsible content block. This is really useful for detailed product information, like a list of materials or ingredients. You can change the heading, the content, and the icon for it. We don't need it for this example, so we'll just hide this block by clicking the eye icon. Click on the variant picker block. This is where customers choose options like size or color. The main setting here is the selector type, which you can change from a drop-down menu to pills. I see a size chart feature here, but I don't need this, so I'm going to remove it. Moving on, the inventory status block is important for informing customers about stock levels. Here, you can enable Show Inventory Count and even set a low inventory threshold to create urgency. The Quantity Selector block is simple. It just lets you choose whether to display quantity button so customers can buy more than one item. Click on the Buy Button group block. This is a key one. It has an option to show Dynamic Checkout button. This button lets a customer buy immediately, bypassing the shopping cart. I want to turn this off to make sure the customer adds the product to the cart first. You can also change the button style and button animation in this block. I also see an image Guaranteed Safe Checkout block. You could change the image or heading here, but for this design, let's just remove this block.
There's also a divider block which you can adjust or hide. Now for the feature icon blocks. These are great for highlighting benefits. I'm going to reorder these and arrange them right under the product description. For each one, you'll go into the settings and change the heading, for example, Boost Health and Energy, change the content, like Support Cardiovascular Function, adjust the heading size, let's set it to S for small. Click Select under Upload Icon to choose an icon, and adjust the icon size, for example to 50 pixels. You'll repeat this for your other feature icons like Support Joint and Bone Health and Sharpen Your Mind and Focus. Let's check it on the mobile view again just to see how it looks. We're almost done. The Share block lets customers share the product page on social media. You can adjust the icon style and icon size here, maybe to 30 pixels. Finally, the complementary products block is used for upselling other products. In this case, I don't need to upsell anything, so I'm going to remove it. Once you are satisfied with all your customizations, click the Save button in the top right corner. And you're all done. Next, I'll walk you through adding 3 important trust-building elements to your product page, which are a social proof block, some feature icons, and your payment icons. Now, let's start with adding the social proof block.
First, in the left-hand panel, click Add Section. In the search bar, type Social Proof and select Social Proof 11 to add it.
Now, for this theme, we need to do a special step to get this block inside our main product section. Click on the Social Proof 1/1 block you just added and copy its block ID. Next, click Add Block again, but this time search for Smind and add the Smind block. In that block settings, you'll see a field where you can paste the block ID you just copied. Once you do that, you'll see the social proof block is now placed inside the product detail section. This is great, but I want to rearrange it. Let's drag it directly to the top, right above the product title. This helps customers see it immediately and builds trust. Now, let's customize it. Click on the Social Proof 1/1 block in the left panel to open its settings on the right. You'll see a few options here. You can adjust the content max width if you need to, for example to 700 pixels. To add authenticity, you can upload customer photos. Click Select next to Avatar 1 to upload your first customer's image, and then repeat that for Avatar 2. After that, fill in the Name 1 and Name 2 fields with their names. Next, update the text field with your social proof message. You can use formatting options like bold if you want. You can also adjust the text size and the avatar size if they need tweaking. Finally, click on the mobile preview icon to see what it looks like on a smaller screen. The second blocks can be featured icons. In the left-hand panel, scroll down below the main product information section and click Add Section. Select Featured Icons 1/1 to add it to the page. And just like before, we need to get this into our main layout. Copy the block ID and then paste it into a new Smind block. Now, click on the Featured Icons 1/1 section to open its settings. First, you can choose the number of columns on desktop and columns on mobile.
You can also set the item gap on desktop and the item gap on mobile. Let's use 15 pixels. Under the content settings, you can adjust the icon size, maybe 20 pixels, the icon position, like left, and the text alignment, also left. You can also set the text size here. Great, now we need to edit the icons themselves. Go back to the left panel and click on the individual feature item blocks inside the main section. For each item, you'll enter the feature text in the text field. This could be organic cotton, 60-day money-back guarantee, or 3 to 6 business day delivery. Then click Select next to Icon to choose one that matches. Just repeat that step for all the feature items you want to display. If you need more, just use the Add Block button to add more feature item blocks. You can also click the Color block for this section to adjust the background or text colors. And as always, check it on the mobile view to see how it looks. Finally, you have to add the payment icon blocks for the product. Scroll down again and click Add Section. Select Payment Icon 1/1, and you guessed it, copy the block ID and paste it into a new Smind block. Now let's rearrange this one. Normally, you want to add payment icons right below the Buy button, so let's click and drag it there. Click on the Payment Icons 1/1 block to open its settings. You can adjust the content max width. Let's set it to 400 pixels. You can also enter a title if you want one, or just remove the text to leave it blank. Let's adjust the icon size, maybe to 41 pixels. You can also adjust the item gap to add more spacing, like 7 pixels. A useful option here is the image setting. If you don't want to use the default payment icons, you can upload your own custom image of the payment methods you accept. Before you finish, review the changes on both desktop and mobile views one last time. When you're happy with everything, click the Save button in the top right corner, and you're all set.
If you're selling a product like supplements, you really can't miss out on adding a subscription function to your product page. This is because it aligns perfectly with how people use these products. The customer often needs to use them for a long time to achieve or maintain a result. In this video, I'll show you how to install and set up the Appstle Subscription App. We'll create your first subscription plan, like a monthly delivery with a discount, and then we'll customize the subscription widget that appears on your product page. All right, let's start. To access the Appstle app, from your Shopify admin dashboard, click on Apps in the left-hand navigation menu. Now, if you haven't installed it yet, you'll need to go to the Shopify App Store, search for Appstle Subscriptions, and follow the installation prompts first. Once it's installed, go ahead and click on Appstle Subscription from your list of installed apps. The Appstle dashboard will load. If you see an onboarding screen, you can follow its steps or just click Exit Onboarding to go directly to the main settings. You might be asked to select a billing plan. Choose the free plan to get started by clicking Select under it. You'll then land on the main Appstle dashboard. We'll focus on creating the plan first. In the Appstle app's left-hand navigation menu, click on Subscription Plans. Then click the Create New Plan button. A pop-up will ask what you'd like to create. Select Recurring Orders Subscriptions and click Get Started. This opens the Create Subscription Plan page. Let's go through these options. Plan name. First, enter a plan name. This is just for internal reference, so something like monthly subscription is perfect. Browse products. Now we need to assign this plan to a product. Click Browse Products. Search for the product you want to offer on subscription, like mushroom. Check the box next to the desired product, for instance, organic mushroom 10-in-1, and click Add. Subscription frequency. This is where we set the schedule and the discount. Click the Edit button under Subscription frequency. A pop-up window titled Edit Selling Plan will appear. Let's look at the tabs here. Under the General tab, confirm the billing type is Pay-as-you-go, auto-renew, and set the order frequency.
For this example, let's set it to every 1 month. Expand the Display Contents section. This is what the customer will see. Enter a frequency name for them, like monthly subscription. You can expand and review the recurring order schedule and order deadlines, but the defaults are usually fine. Expand the Other Incentives section. This is for the discount. Check the box for offered discount or trial rate. Then enter the discount percentage you want to offer, let's say 20, in the percent field. You can review the other sections like policies or offer trial, but for a simple plan, this is all we need. Click Done at the bottom of the pop-up window. Back on the main Create Subscription Plan page, look at the Summary box on the right. Just ensure all the details, the product, frequency, and discount are correct. If it all looks good, click the Save button at the top right of the page. You should see a confirmation message, and your new plan is now listed. Now we need to customize the subscription widget. This is what controls how the subscription options look on your actual product page. In the Appstle app's left-hand navigation menu, click on a subscription widget. You'll see various widget templates. Choose a style you like. The video uses Luminc, Modern, and click Customize Widget below it. This opens the widget editor. You'll see customization options on the left and a live preview on the right. Let's walk through the most important settings. Click the Widget Customization tab. First, click the Labels and Colors subtab. This controls the main text and basic colors. Purchase options, find the One-Time Purchase field and change its text if you need to. Below it, find the Subscribe and Save field and set its text. Let's keep it as Subscribe and Save. Save field, this field automatically inserts the discount percentage you set, so you can leave it as is. Colors. You'll see several color swatches. Widget Background controls the color of the unselected option. You can also change the border color as well as colors for the widget title, price, and the save label. Next, click the Widget Settings subtab. This controls the widget's general behavior. General settings, the most important setting here is Show Subscription Options on Product Pages. Ensure this is checked or the widget won't be visible. You might also want to uncheck Show Subscription Options on sold-out products if you don't want to offer subscriptions for out-of-stock items. Now click the More Labels subtab. This is where you can customize all the other detailed text. You can expand purchase option text labels to refine the text for one-time purchase label and subscription purchase label. Widget Content Labels lets you customize things like the Delivery Frequency label. Price labels and prepaid labels let you adjust how pricing is displayed. A very useful one is Subscription Information Tooltip content. This is the text that appears when a customer clicks the little information icon next to the subscription option. You can use the space to explain the benefits or terms like cancel or pause anytime. You can even use basic HTML for bold text or add an emoji. Feel free to click the other tabs to explore more options. Once you've finished customizing everything, click the main Save button at the top right of the widget editor page. And that's it. Your new subscription plan and customized widget should now be live on your product page.
Next, we need to add the Appstle Subscription widget directly onto your Shopify product page. This is how you allow customers to see that subscribe and save offer. First, on the product page detail, we need to add a new block for the section, Product Detail 1.1. Click Add Block and find Subscription Widget, like you can see right now. It will immediately add it to your page preview. At first, you'll probably see it appear below the Add to Cart button. This brings us to the most important step, repositioning it for better user experience. This is a really key move. On the left sidebar, click and hold the subscription widget block you just added and drag it upwards. You want to place it directly above the quantity selector and the buy buttons. This is a huge improvement because now your customers will see that subscribe and save offer before they decide to add the product to their cart. It forces the customer to make a choice rather than letting them miss the offers. This will absolutely increase the number of people who choose to subscribe. As you can see, you can click and hover the tooltip information about the subscription detail. Once it's in the right place, save and check. Click the main Save button in the top right corner of the screen to make your changes permanent. Finally, preview your live store. Go view the live product page to see the result. The subscription options should now be perfectly placed right above the Buy button. Without this widget, you get a one-time sale of $38.95. With this widget, you're offering a 20% discount to get a customer who pays you $31.16 every single month. This is far more valuable for your business. It makes your income much more stable and predictable. Manage your inventory, plan your marketing budget, and grow your business with more confidence. Now we need to add the section Frequently Asked Questions for this page. First, in your theme editor, scroll down to where you want to add the FAQ section. This is usually below the main product details. Click Add Section. In the search bar that appears, select Collapsible Content 4-1 to add the section to your page. The new section will appear in the preview with some placeholder content, and its main settings will open in the right-hand panel. Now, let's customize the look and feel of the whole section. Make sure you've clicked on the section title in the left panel so its settings are open on the right. First, let's add an image. Under the Media settings, click Select next to Image to upload or choose an image that complements your FAQs. You can adjust the desktop media width using the slider. Let's set it to a smaller percentage, like 33%, so it doesn't take over. Set the desktop media position to right. And for media ratio, let's choose Adapt, so the image uses its natural shape. Next, let's adjust the content layout. Under Content Settings, set the content alignment to left. You can adjust the content max width slider if needed, for example to 600 pixels. There's a checkbox for Open First Collapsible Row. You can check this if you want the very first question to be expanded by default when the page loads. You'll also see Collapsible Row Type. You can select the type of collapsible row displayed on the different style. Now, let's fix the spacing. Scroll down to Section Padding. Here, you can adjust the top padding and bottom padding to control the space above and below the entire section. And remember to click the mobile icon at the top to preview how it looks on a mobile device. Finally, let's edit the section heading. Go back to the left panel and click on the heading block that's inside the section. You can remove any text from the subheading or description fields if you don't need them. All right, now for the most important part, adding your actual questions and answers. In the left panel, find the collapsible row blocks that are nested under the main section. Click the first one. In the right panel, you'll see the settings for that specific row. In the heading field, you'll enter the question. You can also adjust the heading size. S for small is usually good here. In the Content from Page Rich Text Editor, you'll type in the answer to that question. Now you just need to repeat that step for the other collapsible row blocks. Replace all the placeholder questions and answers with your own content, covering topics like product information, ingredients, how to use, or who it's for. You might also see a buttons block within this section. For an FAQ, we probably don't need a button, so you can just click on that block and remove it. Once you've reviewed your new collapsible FAQ section and you're happy with it, just click the Save button in the top right corner to save your changes.
Next, we have to add a multi-column image with text grid to your product page. This is a fantastic way to visually showcase your product ingredients, complete with a main heading and subheading. Look at the left-hand sidebar. Scroll down and click on the blue Add Section link. A search bar will pop up. Type Image with Text and select Image with Text 3.1 from the list. This will add the new section to your page, and you'll see it includes a main title and a grid of 6 blocks. After adding the section, its main settings will automatically open on the right-hand sidebar. Let's customize the section's main text. First, change the main subheading text. For this example, let's change it to How They're Made. Next, change the heading to Ingredients You Can Pronounce. And finally, just delete any placeholder text in the description box since we don't need it. Now, let's adjust the section layout. You can experiment with the media ratio. Let's change it to Adapt so the images keep their original shape. For the number of columns on desktop, let's set it to 6, so all 6 of our ingredient items show up in one row. For the number of columns on mobile, let's set it to 2 so they stack nicely on smaller screens. You might see features that allow the images to swipe on mobile view, and you can change the pagination style of this feature. In this case, I don't want to enable that feature. All right, now for the main part, editing the 6 ingredient blocks, one by one. First, click on the Image with Text block over on the left-hand sidebar. This will open its settings on the right-hand sidebar. Click Select Image and choose the correct ingredient photo from your library. Change the heading to the ingredient's name, for example, cordyceps mushroom. Since we just want the image and the name, delete all the placeholder content text. You'll also want to clear the button label text field. This will hide the button. You'll need to repeat this process for all 6 ingredients. For this example, that would be cordyceps mushroom, shiitake mushroom, rhodiola rosea, ashwagandha, ginkgo biloba, and brahmi. Next, let's customize the section color to make it stand out. On the left-hand sidebar, find and click on the color block that's located inside your new Image with Text 3.1 section. Click the background color swatch and select a color you like for the entire section. Here's a good final touch for a clean look. Let's refine the typography.
Click on each of the 6 image with text blocks on the left again, one by one. On the right, find the heading size setting and change it from medium to small. This will make all the ingredient names fit nicely on one line, which looks much cleaner. Finally, once you're happy with everything, click the Save button in the top right corner to make all your changes live. You can then preview the page to see your new ingredient grid.
Now, we need to add an interactive tabbed section to your product page using the Information tab's one-to-one section. This is a great way to visually showcase the key health benefits of your product, with each tab having its own title, image, and description. First, in your theme editor, look at the left-hand sidebar, scroll down below your other sections, and click on the blue Add Section link. A menu of all available sections will pop up. In the search bar, just type Info and select Information tabs one-to-one from the list. This will add the new tabbed section to your page. The section's main settings will automatically open on the right-hand sidebar. Let's change the main heading text to "Your body and taste buds will thank you." To keep the design clean, we can just delete the placeholder text in the subheading and description boxes. In these main settings, you also have other options. You could adjust the heading size if you like. You can also change the desktop media width to make the image area smaller or bigger, set the desktop media position to left or right, and even control the media height. Now let's edit the individual tabs for each benefit. We'll start with the first tab. Go back to the left-hand sidebar and click on the first Image tab block. This will open its settings on the right. In these settings, you'll see a title text field. This title controls the text that appears on the tab itself. Let's change this to Enhanced Cognitive Function. Next, click Select Image and choose the photo that matches this benefit, like the one of the man working at a laptop. Then, you'll see a heading field. This heading is the title that appears inside the content area for that tab. Let's also change this to Enhanced Cognitive Function. In the description box, you'll paste your detailed description for this benefit. And finally, since we don't need a button here, just clear any text from the button label text field to hide it. Great! Now you just repeat that process for the other benefits. Click on the second Image tab block on the left. On the right, update the tab title text to Sustained Natural Energy and Stamina. Select the image of the woman exercising. Update the heading and description for this benefit. And again, clear the button label text field. Let's do the third one. Click on the third Image tab block on the left. Update the tab title text to Robust Immune System Support. Select the image of the woman flexing. Update the heading and description for this benefit. And clear the button label. What if you need to add a fourth tab? The fastest way is to just duplicate one you've already finished. On the left-hand sidebar, click the 3 dots next to one of your completed tabs and select Duplicate. This creates a copy for you to edit. Now, just click on your new duplicated tab, update the tab title text to Stress Adaptation and Mood Balance, select the new image, like the one of the woman looking calm or meditative, and update the heading and description for this final benefit. Last, let's customize the colors to make this section match your brand. On the left-hand sidebar, click on the color block that's located inside your Information tabs. The color settings will open on the right. Let's change the main background color to a white color. Then, change the text color to black so your main heading is readable. Finally, find the Content Color Scheme background. This is important. It controls the background color for the tabs and the content area itself. Let's change this to your brand color to make the whole interactive part stand out. And that's it. When you're all done, just click the Save button in the top right corner to make all your changes live.
Next, we're going to add a timeline to one section to your product page. This is a really effective way to visually explain the long-term results customers can expect from using your product. First, you'll need to add a new section. In your theme editor, go to the left-hand sidebar, scroll down, and click on the blue Add Section link. Just type Time and select Timeline 2:1 from the list. The section's main settings will automatically open on the right-hand sidebar. First, let's change the heading text. Let's change it from Our Story to Your Journey to a Sharper Mind and Body. You can also remove any text from the subheading field if you don't need one. You'll see other options here too. You can change the heading size, and you can adjust the content alignment for the timeline information. I'm going to choose the left side. For media ratio, let's change it from landscape to adapt. This is a great choice because it makes sure your images aren't cropped. You can also change the layout style. There are a total of 5 styles to choose from, including a nice alternating layout. Now let's edit the individual milestones. This is where you'll add your content. Let's start with the first one. Go back to the left-hand sidebar and click on the first milestone image block. This will open its settings on the right. Here, click Select Image and choose your first timeline photo, for example, the one of the woman at the laptop. Next, change the subheading. This field acts as the date. Let's change it from 1856 to weeks 1 through 4. Change the heading from Traveling Just Start to Early Shifts. Now paste in your detailed description for this time period into the description box. And since we don't need a button for this, just clear the button label text field to hide it. Great. Now let's do the second milestone. Click on the second milestone image block on the left. On the right, select your next image, like the one of the happy celebrating woman. Change the subheading to Weeks 5 through 8. Change the heading to Building Momentum. Paste in the description for this period, and again, clear the button label text field. On to the third one. Click the third milestone image block. On the right, select your final image, like the woman meditating outdoors. Change the subheading to Months 3 through 4+. Change the heading to Long-Term Benefits Take Hold. And paste in the last description for this period. And clear that button label field. Now the template came with 4 milestones, but we only needed 3. So on the left-hand sidebar, find that last milestone image block. You can just click the small basket icon next to it to remove the block from your store. To customize the color, go back to the left-hand sidebar and click on the color block that's located inside your new timeline section. On the right, you can click the background color swatch and select your brand's color so it matches the rest of your page. As always, it's a good idea to preview the section in the mobile view too. Finally, once you're happy with how it looks, click the Save button in the top right corner to make all your changes live. So I'm going to add an interactive, frequently asked questions section again to the product page. This is a great way to answer common questions in an organized, collapsible format right alongside a supporting image. First, in your theme editor, go to the left-hand sidebar and click on the blue Add Section link. In the search bar that appears, type Collap and select Collapsible Content 5.1 from the results. The new section is added and its general settings will open on the right-hand sidebar. This is where we'll control the main layout. Add image. Under Media Settings, click Select Image and choose the picture you want to display next to the FAQs. For example, the woman holding the product. Adjust image size. Next, you can change the desktop media width setting. Let's set it to medium. This just controls how much horizontal space the image takes up on larger screens. Set image position. We'll keep the desktop media position set to right, which means the image will stay on the right side of the text on desktops. Set image height. You can also adjust the height of the image to make sure it looks good and is centered. Choose row style. Now let's change the collapsible row type. This changes how the collapsible questions look. Let's change it from 1, which might be a row with a border, to 3, which is the plus icon beside heading side. Open first row. You'll also see an option to set the open first collapsible row. Let's enable that. It just means that the content of the very first question will be automatically open when a customer loads the page. Now let's change the main title for the section. Go back to the left-hand sidebar and click on the heading block that's inside your new section. On the right, change the main heading text from Our Common Questions to Questions and Answers. On the left-hand sidebar, click on the first collapsible row block. This is where we add the actual questions and answers. The settings for that row will open on the right-hand sidebar. In the heading field, replace the placeholder text with your first question like, what is MedMind Organic Mushrooms 10 and 1? Then in the content box right below it, paste in the answer to that question. That's it for the first one. Now you just repeat this process for the next 3 collapsible row blocks. You'll click each one on the left, and on the right, you'll update the heading with the question and paste the content with the answer. Go ahead and do that for something like, how should I take this supplement? What are the primary benefits I can expect? Are the ingredients in this supplement safe and high quality? On the left-hand sidebar, click on the Buttons block. On the right, change the first button label from View All FAQ to Learn More. Now we need to link it. Click into the first button link field. A menu will pop up. Select Pages, and then find and select your main FAQs page. This will link the button so customers can see all your questions. Finally, let's adjust the colors to match your brand. On the left-hand sidebar, click the color block that's inside this section. On the right-hand sidebar, you'll see the color options. Let's set the main background color for the entire section to a white color. Next, set the background color for the content block to your brand color. And finally, set the solid button background to a new color that matches your design. And you're all done. Just click the main Save button in the top right corner. After it saves, be sure to preview the live product page to make sure everything looks good on both desktop and mobile views.
Now, I'm going to add the existing product reviews into the product page. In this video, I use the Judge.me app and then adding the review widget to your Shopify product page to display them. Let's start with importing your review now. First, you'll need to navigate to the Judge.me app. Go from your Shopify theme editor back to your main Shopify admin dashboard. From there, click on Apps in the left-hand navigation and then select Judge.me Reviews. Inside the Judge.me app dashboard, click on Reviews in the Judge.me sidebar. On the main reviews screen, you'll see an Import Reviews button. Go ahead and click that. Judge.me gives you a few ways to import. We're going to select Import from a spreadsheet by clicking the button next to that option. Now, to make sure your data is formatted correctly, you need to use their template. You can hover over Download CSV Sample to get the correct file structure. Then you can hover over Copy Google Sheets Template to see an example of how the data should look inside that structure. This is really important. It shows you the columns you need, like title, body, rating, reviewer name, and especially the product handle or product URL. You'll need to fill in this template with your existing review data and then save or download it as a CSV file. Once your CSV file is ready, go back to the judge.me import screen. Click Upload File and select the CSV file you just prepared. After the file uploads, click the Next button. This next step is column mapping. Judge.me is pretty smart and will try to automatically match the columns in your CSV to its required fields. You should review these matches to make sure Review Title matches your title column, Review Body matches the body, and so on. If it all looks correct, just click Next. Now you need to select a product identifier. This is a crucial step because Judge.me needs to know which product each review belongs to. In this example, we'll select Product URL as the method. You'll then review the specific column in your CSV that contains those product URLs, which in this case was Product URL. Click Next. The app will show you a final preview, confirming that the reviews from your file are correctly matched to the right product based on the URL. If it all looks good, click Import. The app will confirm the import was successful. You can now go back to the main review section in Judge.me and you'll see all your imported reviews listed and published. As a quick note, you can also add more detail to these reviews. Just click the three dots next to any review, select Edit Review, and you'll see a pop-up where you can add photos or videos. Now let's get those reviews to show up on your actual product page. Go back to your Shopify theme editor for the product page. It's always a good habit to refresh the page first. On the left-hand sidebar, scroll all the way down and click on Add Section. A new panel will open. Instead of the Sections tab, click on the Apps tab. You should see Judge.me reviews listed. Under that heading, select Review Widget. Just like that, the Judge.me review widget will be instantly added to your product page preview, usually near the bottom. It will show the star rating summary and all the imported reviews. On the right-hand sidebar, you can look at the widget settings. For example, you'll want to make sure you set it to show real data, not sample data. Finally, click the Save button in the top right corner. To see the final result, click the View button to open your live product page. Scroll down and you should see your customer review section displaying perfectly with all the imported ratings and comments. And that's it. You've successfully imported and displayed your product reviews.
Finally, I'll show you how to add and configure the cart drawer section. This is a slide-out cart that lets customers view and manage their cart items without having to leave the current page, and it also lets you add various promotional blocks inside. All right, let's get started. In your theme editor, go to the left-hand sidebar, scroll down, and find the Global tab. Under that, click Add Section. From the list, select Cart Drawer 1-1. You'll see all the different cart drawer blocks appear on the left side. Now, to actually see and edit the drawer, you need to open it in your preview. Just go to the header of your theme preview area and click the cart icon. This will slide the cart drawer out from the right side. With the drawer open, its main settings will appear on the right-hand sidebar. You can turn these options on or off depending on your needs. Let's go over what they do. Enable Undo Deleted Products. If you check this, when a customer removes an item, a small undo link appears briefly, letting them add it back if they made a mistake. I'm going to turn that on. Show Shipping Tax Notice. This just displays the standard text, taxes and shipping calculated at checkout below the subtotal. Enable cart sharing. This adds a button or link so customers can share their cart with others. Show Terms of Service checkbox. This adds a checkbox that customers must tick before they can proceed to checkout, indicating they agree to your terms. Empty cart recommendations. This setting lets you choose specific products to show inside the drawer even when the cart is empty. Now, the cart drawer is built with many smaller blocks that you can customize. As you can see, there are a lot of them by default. For my store, I want to remove most of them to create a cleaner, more focused checkout experience. I'll walk you through each one I'm removing in order and explain why. First, I'll remove the announcement. This is just a simple text bar at the top, and I might already have a main announcement bar on my site, so it's redundant. Next, I'll remove cart notes. This is a text field where customers can add special instructions for their order. While useful, it can complicate fulfillment, and for this store, I want to keep the process simple. We'll keep the countdown timer. I'll customize that one later. I'm going to remove the free shipping block. This is a progress bar that shows how close a customer is to free shipping. It's a great feature, but it can also be distracting, and I want to keep the drawer clean. Next, I'll remove estimate shipping. The drawer already shows that shipping is calculated at checkout, so having an estimator here is an extra step. We'll let the main checkout page handle that. We will keep the payment icons, and I'll customize those in a bit. I'll remove the promotional banner. This is good for highlighting a sale, but in the cart drawer, my main goal is to get the customer to check out, not get distracted by another offer. For the same reason, I'll remove image with text. This is flexible, but it's just more content that clutters the path to checkout. I'm also going to remove complementary products. This block is for manually selected cross-sells. Again, this is a great way to increase order value, but it can also distract a customer who is ready to pay. I'll remove the discount code field. This is a common one, but seeing a discount box can often make customers leave the cart to go search for a code. By removing it from the drawer, I encourage them to proceed directly to the checkout page. I'll remove optional services, like shipping insurance, and remove gift wrapping. These are add-ons that just add extra steps and complexity here. I want this drawer to be as simple as possible. I'll remove the icon with text blocks. These are for small bits of info, but they just add to the visual clutter. We will keep the Safe and Safe Checkout block, which we'll customize. I'll remove Recently Viewed. This block encourages the customer to go back and browse products they've already seen, which is the opposite of what we want them to do when they're in the cart. And finally, I'll remove pop-up related products. This suggests related items, and just like the others, it's a distraction from completing the purchase. Whew, okay, now that we've cleaned that up, let's customize the 3 blocks we decided to keep. Countdown timer. First, go back to the left panel and click on the countdown timer block to open its settings on the right. For the countdown expired message, let's change that text to time extended. The most important setting is action after countdown ends. Let's choose Hide Countdown from the dropdown. This is key. It means when the timer hits 0,
Only the timer disappears, but the customer's cart items remain. You can also adjust the time durations for the countdown timer and change the background color for the timer bar if you want. Payment icons. Next, click on the Payment Icons block. You can upload custom icons here if you want, but for this demo, I'll just keep it as the default. Secure and Safe Checkout. Now on the left sidebar, click the Secure and Safe Checkout block. In the settings, you can select different payment provider icons, like Amazon Pay or PayPal, or you can upload your own. You can also change the Guaranteed Secure and Safe Checkout text if you'd like. We're almost done. Let's set the color for the drawer itself. On the left sidebar, click the color block that's inside the Cart Drawer 1.1. On the right sidebar, you can adjust the background color for the entire drawer to match your theme's color scheme. When you're happy with how it looks, click the main Save button in the top right corner. You can close the Cart Drawer preview by clicking the X icon inside the drawer itself. Finally, you should test it. Go to one of your product pages and add an item to the cart. This will let you see how your new customized drawer looks and functions with actual content in it.
Next, we need to create a new template for your frequently asked questions, or FAQs. First, we need to actually create the new template. In your theme editor, go to the drop-down menu at the top center of the screen. Navigate to Pages and then select Create Template. A pop-up will appear asking for a name. Let's type in MedMind-FAQs. You can leave the Based On drop-down set to Default Page. That's standard. Then click Create Template. Now, the default template includes a block that shows standard page content. Since we're building this entire page from scratch with our own custom sections, we don't need that. So, on the left-hand sidebar, under the Template section, find the block named Page and just click the little eye icon next to it to hide it. With our clean template, let's add a banner. On the left-hand sidebar, under Template, click Add Section. Find and select Banner Image 1-2 from the list. This will add a large image banner to the top of your new template. The banner's settings will automatically open on the right-hand sidebar. Let's configure them. Full width. Make sure the full width checkbox is checked. This ensures your banner spans the entire width of the page. Image. Click Select Image for the image slot and choose the banner image you want for desktop computers. Mobile image, this is important. Click Select Image for the mobile image optional slot and choose a version of your banner that is formatted specifically for mobile screens. Padding. To make the banner look really clean and touch the very top, set both the top padding and bottom padding to 0 pixels. Once you've done that, go ahead and click the Save button. Now we have our banner, let's add the actual FAQ content below it. Go back to the left-hand sidebar, and under the Template section, click Add Section again. This time, find and select Collapsible Content 2.1 from the list. This will add that nice accordion-style section right below your banner. The main settings for this new section will open on the right-hand sidebar. Let's set it up. Heading. Change the main heading text to Frequently Questions Asked. Description. Add a brief description right below the heading. Something like, have questions about our products or services? Find answers to the most common. Heading alignment. Change the heading alignment to center. Open first collapsible row. Make sure this checkbox is unchecked. This ensures all the answers are closed by default when a customer first visits the page. Now we need to add our categories and questions. Go back to the left-hand sidebar, and inside your Collapsible Content 2.1 section, you'll see blocks for category.
Click on the first category block. On the right, change its heading to your first category. Inside this category block, you can now add your individual collapsible rows with its own question and answer by repeating these steps. Once you've added all your categories and questions, just click the main Save button one last time. And that's it. You've created a fully custom FAQ page.
Now, we're going to walk through the final steps of setting up your store. We need to create a new page, which is Contact Page. In your theme editor, go to the drop-down menu at the top center of the screen. Navigate to Online Store, Pages, Contact. This will open the default Contact Page template. Just like we did for the FAQ page, we're going to hide the default content. On the left-hand sidebar under Template, find the Page block and click the eye icon next to it to hide it. We're doing this because we'll be building the page with our own specific sections. Now, on the left-hand sidebar, click Add Section and select Contact 11 from the list. The settings for this contact form will appear on the right. Here you can adjust the heading and description text and set the content alignment to center. To change the background color, click the Color block on the left sidebar, the one inside the Contact 11 section, and on the right, change the background color to white to match your theme. Next, let's add a map. Back on the left-hand sidebar, click Add Section again, and this time select Map to 1 from the list. To edit the text for this map section, you'll need to edit its blocks. On the left sidebar, expand the Map to 1 section. Click on the heading, text, and button blocks one by one. As you click each, its settings will open on the right, allowing you to update the text. For example, change the heading to Visit Store in Chicago. Add your address and contact info in the text block, and update the button text to Get Directions. Now, let's get the map to actually show up. Open a new browser tab and go to Google Maps. Search for your location, for this example, Shed Aquarium. Click the Share button, then select the Embed a Map tab. Click Copy HTML. Go back to your Shopify Theme Editor tab. In the main Map to 1 settings on the right, paste that HTML code you just copied into the Google Maps iframe source field. The map should appear in your preview. Finally, let's link the button. Go back to your Google Maps tab. In the Share menu, click the Send a Link tab and copy that direct share link. Back in Shopify, click on the button block on the left-hand sidebar. On the right, paste that direct link into the button link field. You can also click the color block for the map section to adjust the background and button colors to match your theme. When you're done, click the main Save button. Now that all our pages are built, let's do a full review. In the top bar of the editor, click the 3 dots and select View to open your Live Store preview. First, we have to check Desktop View. Scroll through your entire homepage and then go to your product page. Make sure all the sections we added, like the ingredients, benefits timeline, FAQs, and reviews, all look correct on a desktop screen. Next, we need to check Mobile View. This is just as important.
In your browser, right-click on the page and select Inspect, or press F12 to open the developer tools. Click the icon that looks like a phone and tablet to simulate a mobile device, like an iPhone 14. Now, scroll through the homepage and product page again. Check the layout, make sure the image sizes look right, and check that all the text is readable on a small screen. Pay close attention to how sections like the ingredient grid and the timeline adapted to the mobile view. Finally, we need to make sure a customer can actually buy the subscription. On your live product page preview, select the Subscribe and Save option and click Add to Cart. The cart drawer will slide out. Confirm that the subscription item and the discounted price are correct, then click Checkout. You'll now go through the Shopify checkout steps. Since this is a test, you can use dummy information. Enter sample contact information and a shipping address. Select a shipping method. For payment, enter your test payment details. If you're using a test mode gateway, you can often use a dummy card number. The video, for example, used 1 repeatedly for the card number, a future date like 10/26, 123 for the security code, and bogus gateway for the name. Click Pay Now. You should land on the thank you or order confirmation page. Look closely and make sure you see the recurring total, like $31.16 every month. Finally, let's make sure that test order was created correctly in your subscription app. Go back to your main Shopify admin dashboard. Click Apps on the left and then select Appstle Subscription. Within the Appstle app dashboard, click on Subscriptions in the Appstle sidebar. You should now see the new subscription you just created through the test checkout at the top of the list. Verify all the details. Check the customer name, the order frequency, like 1 month, the plan type, the total amount, and make sure the status is active. You can even click on the subscription ID or customer name to see the detailed information, just to confirm all the product, shipping, and billing cycle details are perfect.
Finally, if you want to build a one-product store, you are in the right place. From the Smind dashboard, clicking on Package in the left menu, this takes you back to the main library of store packages. This time, you will see a package, MedMind, right there, and click on that. It's got a home page, product page, a contact page, and an FAQ page. Click Install, and wait a few seconds to be installed successfully. Click Manage Package, and now you will see the entire MedMind store package is now in my library, ready for me to edit. Now you're setting up the pages. Set default for the home page and product page. Then I'm using the Create Page button to make the Contact Us and FAQ pages, giving them unique names. Okay, all my pages are set up. Now I'm clicking the homepage name itself to start editing. Now the entire MedMind homepage is loaded right into the editor. You can see all the sections on the left, and of course you can change the menu items, text, or images if you want. For the product page, you can also change the entire product template. And that's it. We didn't just build a page, we built an entire premium one-product store
from the high-converting homepage to the matching product page to the FAQ and contact pages. If you're a new Shopify user, you're supposed to spend days or even weeks trying to build all of this from scratch, page by page. We just did the entire thing in less than 2 minutes. This wasn't a $300 premium theme. This wasn't a slow, complicated page builder app. As you saw, this entire beautiful store is built directly inside Shopify's 100% free Dawn theme. This means all you need is the free Dawn theme you already have and the Smind store package feature to get a professional, ready-to-sell store in just a few clicks. It's the speed, efficiency, and professional design you need all in one place. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and click the like button. And in the comments below, let me know, what kind of store would you like to build with Smind? Thanks for watching.